DIY. Well, what's up, y'all? Dave here, Dave and Heather here, Wild Hearts Farm. So we are out here in our greenhouse with a big announcement of a brand new DIY project that we are tackling, a big DIY project that we are tackling. But before I get into that, I'm going to tell you about a really big, pretty costly mistake that we made in a way that hopes that you won't make the same mistake. So about 3 years ago, we set out to put in some raised garden beds.
So we also built the fence around the garden about 2 years after we built the greenhouse, and then we built raised beds so that we could have a big garden. So we have 8 raised beds and tons of veggies, as you can see, growing in them.
You know, it's all DIY, so we wanted to do it ourselves. But because Heather gardens all organically, we set out to do just the raw materials.
Yeah, so I did not want to use any treated lumber, any painted lumber, because those toxins can leach into your soil. I try to do everything organically. I don't spray harmful chemicals or pesticides in my garden. So it was really important for us to use really clean, natural materials.
Yeah, so no treated lumber. So we had to find a way to use just regular wooden lumber. So cedar does a great job. And the cedar planks we used to build these have really held up. But what we used for the braces on the inside was just rough cut pine. Now, there's a technique you can use where you actually char the wood and that brings out sort of the natural saps. Well, we tried that, and either it was some bad advice or honestly, I just don't think we applied the advice correctly, but these beds are falling apart. So I have tried to put on every possible Band-Aid that I can, and I'll show you some of those. We've tried to salvage as much of it as we could, but they're just falling apart like beyond repair. So what we're doing now is...
Well, we have 12 new garden beds total, and we're going to replace our 8 current beds, and then we're adding 4 more beds to our garden. So it's a huge project because obviously we have to take apart our current beds. We have to get the soil into the new beds, put the new beds together. So it's going to be a lot of work.
Yes, wonderfully laborly intensive. But the beds we're using are Vego garden beds. So we're teaming with Vego for this project, and these beds are metal raised beds. They're super high quality. They'll last us a lifetime, so we never have to go through this again. And this will be the last time we'll ever have to do raised garden beds. So this is going to be a daunting task, but we're inviting you all along to join us in this journey of yet another giant DIY project out here at Wild Hearts Farm.
Yeah, and the Vego garden beds are also non-toxic. They're very durable. They're metal, and they're actually really beautiful as well. So you guys check out our links for that as well. And the other thing is we're going to add some other elements to the garden too. I'm going to have flower beds in the front that are going to be just for flowers, and I'm going to add a trellis too. Dave's going to build that. Fun times.
Yeah.
And we're going to do some vines out there. So we're really going to transform our garden. It's already my happy place. It's already my place that I come to just release all the stress of the day. So it's going to be an even more joyful place for us.
Absolutely. And I love making beautiful, joyful places for my wife to hang out in. I also love the vegetables too, and everything that we can reap from this garden. So come along and join us for this little journey here. I'm going to be putting out a couple more videos, and you can watch us go through this process. Build the trellis, replace these beds, tear them apart, put up the other ones. And I think you guys are going to really like the outcome here. I know I'm going to love it. So kind of like the DIY chicken coop. If you guys want to check out that video, I got all the must-haves here from Heather, and she's the brains of the operation. I'm the brawn. So I'll be throwing these beds together, and it's going to look fantastic. So come on and join us in building Wild Hearts Farm.